What is going on, my loveliest FreeMelons? Hope you're all doing very, very well. My name is Eli Martyr. Thank you so much for joining me here on the FreeMelon Society. Today, I would love the opportunity to talk to you about dreams. I haven't really talked about dreams much on this channel yet, and I had such a profound experience the other night, and I recorded it the moment I woke up. And I really felt like that dream was given to me for my own personal benefit, but also because I was supposed to share it with you. I give my friend a message about what was happening to me, and it was so important that I feel I needed to record it. So the first thing I suppose we have to do is we have to define what exactly a dream is. Now, defining a dream is a bit of a task that is wrought with difficulty. It's not a very easy thing to define what exactly a dream is, because a dream encompasses so many multifaceted elements, factors, influences and whatnot that, you know, it's really tough to encapsulate what exactly a dream can be in one sentence. What I will say is that very often, this isn't an official definition, okay, because it's expansive. It's like trying to define consciousness. Yeah, good luck. But very often, what a dream is, it is an avenue of communication, a medium of communication between you, your conscious mind, the conscious ego, and that higher conscious aspect of yourself that lies outside of the reach of your conscious mind. Okay, that aspect of yourself that is in touch, in tune with the vibrational energy that connects everything. So we've all heard of people having dreams, prophetic dreams, where they, and this is a very regular occurrence for me, where you are in tune with other people's emotions or mental states. Friends and family that you have close connections to. You get sensitive to their perils when you're in a dream state. If someone is very, very happy, you might have a dream about them because you're connected to them. When you're in the dream state, you are connected to the higher rungs of the energetic makeup of the universe, essentially. And that higher aspect of your own consciousness, it is always like you, right? Very much like your heartbeat, the way your liver functions, your gallbladder, your skin, you see how all of these things are always working to bring about the best version of you, right? They're always working at healing, detoxing, right? They're never for a second not trying to help you, okay? Well, how do you think your higher conscious works? Remember, as above, so below, right? It works the same way for the mental body as it does for the physical body. So your higher conscious is just like your liver is always, every second of every day, trying to bring about the best influences for you. Now, when you're in the dream state, you're disconnected from the stimuli of the physical world, and now the higher conscious has an easier time influencing you. So what it does is it uses dream language with which to send you messages, to inspire you, to warn you, to just do anything and everything it can to help you on your path, depending on where it is you want to go. Okay, so that is essentially what dreams can be and very, very often are. Obviously, there's more to the story than that, but for now, that's what we're going to be kind of settling on when we discuss dreams, okay? Okay, so we've got what is a dream. The second thing that I had to address is why are dreams important? Well, in explaining what a dream is, I've pretty much already told you why a dream is important. Why are dreams important? Well, why would you not want to be connected to a source of infinite intelligence that is always trying to help you, but throughout your daily life, it's not able to reach you, all right? If something like that existed, let's say some sort of infinite intelligence was trying to give you messages of wisdom at all times, would you be interested in hearing the message that it has for you? I'm sure you would. Thus, it is very important to pay attention to your dreams. For anyone in the audience, for anyone listening to this message right now, who is interested in higher spiritual development, and that makes up a lot of the subscriber base to this channel, because what I'm promoting, right, is not just health and wellness and diet, right? These are means to an end. These are means to the end of unfolding the greatest potential within the person. And so you need a good foundation to build upon. And spirit, the higher faculties, the higher energetic faculties and powers that come from spiritual development, they have an easier time unfolding in a healthy, clean body. So if you're already well on your way to creating a healthy, clean body through simple diet, simple eating, occasional fasting, and these types of things. People that make up the subscriber base on this channel. Here's what I'll say about any kind of spiritual development. Okay, it doesn't matter what religion, what form of spirituality, whether you're a yogi, it doesn't matter. Okay, the best way to start, step number one in unfolding spiritual powers, psychic powers, intuition, whatever it is. Step number one, okay, the easiest way to start getting there is by paying attention to your dreams. Why? Because the dream is the number one spiritual activity that every single human being is involved in, regardless of how unspiritual they are. Doesn't matter who you are always engaged in a spiritual process when you are asleep, when you are dreaming. Thus, it makes sense that the dream should be the starting point for unfolding more and more spiritual powers, right? So whether you like it or not, you're having spiritual experiences. Whether you remember them or not is the question. So with that being said, our task, because you are dreaming every single night without fail, but you may not remember it, your task in strengthening the connection between you and infinite intelligence is starting to remember your dreams on a consistent basis, okay? That is step number one in spirituality, and I don't care what form of spirituality. Paying attention to your dreams, remembering your dreams, being in touch with that which is constantly giving you guidance, okay? I hope that makes sense. Now, for those of you who say that you don't dream very often or you never have dreams, okay, all that must be done is the execution of a simple natural law. Energy flows where energy goes. Think about dreaming, right? Throughout the day or at certain times during the day, just tell yourself, tonight I'm going to dream. Tonight I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember your dreams. Have dreaming on your mind. Do things in your physical life that reinforce to your conscious mind that you do in fact expect to be dreaming. Don't have a state of mind where you're like, oh, I really hope I dream. It's the wrong mindset, and it just doesn't work. It's just not the way energy works. Mental energy works really only with affirmations of conviction, of absolute, no questions asked conviction. So it's, I am dreaming tonight. I will remember my dreams. Buy yourself a notebook or a little pad of paper or whatever. Put it beside your bed, okay? Put a pencil or a pen on top of that pad in expectation that you will be dreaming and that when you get up, you're going to record and write down your dreams. This action that you take, what it does is it reinforces that you are in fact ready to start remembering your dreams. It makes all the difference in the world. So if two people who had the exact same level of conviction, one puts the pad of paper beside their bed and the other one doesn't, the one who puts the pad and pen beside the bed is more likely to remember the dreams. Why? Because the physical action of doing something, of reproducing something in the physical world, that serves to reinforce the conviction that dreaming is something that is definitely going to be happening. This changes something, right? And it's just, without getting into the specifics, it just makes it more likely that you will remember your dreams. Okay, so do things in the physical world that serve as reinforcement that you are in fact going to be dreaming. And number two, have it on your mind, okay? So give yourself a date, like maybe even put into your smartphone or whatever. Thursday night, I'm going to be definitely dreaming, or Friday night, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't care what it is. Have dreaming on your mind. Do things in the physical world that reinforce that state of mind. And I guarantee you, it will take no time at all before you actually start dreaming and remembering. Okay? There are other techniques for being conscious and lucid in your dreams. There's astral projection. There's all sorts of stuff. But for now, if you are interested in spiritual development, and you are not a dreamer, you are trying to run before you can crawl. You're trying to do a backflip before you can do a handstand. You're trying to cook a feast for the entire family before you know how to steam a potato, okay? It's that kind of thing. Now, the very last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let you listen to the recording that I recorded when I woke up from this crazy experience I had. So, here I am. Enjoy. So I'm just waking up from one of the most
profound dream experiences, levitation experiences that I think I've ever had in my life. The dream spanned the course of 2 or 3 days or so, and during these 2 or 3 days I was at home at Mom's house, and the whole family was there. And what was happening was, in Mom's room, I was getting these random bouts of levitation, uncontrollable levitation, where I would become a bit weightless, maybe crawling on the ground, and my hips would lift into the air, and then my hands would come up, and then and this force, this guiding force was just kind of taking me for a ride, letting me drift throughout the house under some sort of strange air flight plan and that I had no control over, and that I was just in awe of, just in absolute awe of what was happening. As I was being lifted around the rooms in the house, I would call out to my brother and call out to my mother. I wanted them to witness firsthand what was happening so that they knew that I was telling the truth. And so for the first day or two, this would happen. Just float around the house uncontrollably at random times. On the last day, and this is still all in the dream experience. So on this third day in the dream, I was sitting down in a meditation, and a lot of you might be familiar with this, but I was doing that thing with my hands, you know, where you can feel your own etheric energy. If you place your hands together in close proximity to one another and you hold them there, and then you move them closer and further apart from one another in kind of like a pulse-like motion, you can feel a tiny bit of force, an electromagnetic force, a repulsion and an attraction between your hands. If your hands are close enough to one another, you can feel this. Anyone can do this. And it was that force that I was playing with in this meditation, feeling this electromagnetic force on my hand as I moved it around. And the lesson that was being taught to me in this dream at that time was, okay, this is the force that you can feel with your hands. Now, if I want to learn how to control this levitative phenomenon, then logically speaking, if it's in my hand, and if my hand is able to feel this electromagnetic force, then surely that force is generalized around every part of my body. So if I just bring the attention of that force to the underside of me, then I should be able to feel the same sensations on my glutes and underneath me in a supportive type of way. And that's what happened. And then in the dream, I started to feel that kind of supportive type of electromagnetic force underneath my glutes. Then that translated into this levitative thing where I started to float. And so now all of a sudden I'm doing what I was doing in the last 2 days, but consciously floating around the house now a little bit uncontrollably. But now I'm starting to add some control, some conscious thought, some conscious control. And then sure enough, eventually what happens is I'm starting to guide my own levitation around the house, and I'm just going crazy happy, you know, yelling for my mom, Josh, come see this. Other really cool things started to happen once I got total control. And anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I give my friend a message about what was happening to me, and it was so important that I feel I needed to record it. And so the friend was inquiring, what happened to you? Like, what was going on? And this is what I told him. I told him a lot of what was happening to me, I don't understand. Some of the powers that were being shared with me, that were being demonstrated to me by this inner force, I don't understand, and I didn't have any control over. In the dream, I was sometimes phasing in and phasing out of reality, phasing in and out of walls and people and things, and so I didn't have control of it. Although there was this immense power that was providing these experiences, I did have control over what I was able to understand, right? I did have control over what I was able to understand, right? Remember that part with the hands, the feeling the electromagnetic force in the hands and whatnot? So I understood it, I figured out a principle, and I applied it, and it worked, and then I was able to levitate. So understanding what I could about this force gave me a power to control these levitations. But the important thing, and the beautiful thing for me, And this dream experience that I feel I need to give to you is the last thing I told my friend. And the last thing I told him was that even though I was able to control this tiny aspect, right, this tiny aspect of this power, there is this other aspect to the power, this huge, massive, intelligent, divine force inside of you that loves you beyond belief. The amount of love this force has for you is beyond description, and I was feeling it. I felt this love, this loving force inside of me during these levitations and in this dream experience. And this insanely intelligent and powerful force will always be there guiding you and taking care of you and making sure that you don't go astray. Think back to the amount of times in your life that you had junk food, right? Just bad junk food, right? How many times out of all of those experiences eating junk food did you not die? Because if this intelligent divine force inside of you didn't do its job of loving and caring and providing for you, every single one of those instances of junk food eating would have killed you, right? And I told him this, and then I continued. Never, ever, ever forget that this godlike power, working way beyond your comprehension, leagues beyond your comprehension, right, is always there for you, and it's always working for you. And if you trust in that force, put faith in that force, you are going to be led to wonderful things and wonderful experiences and good health and vitality in your life. And when I woke up out of this dream, like I did just now, I you know, that bit of instruction that I gave that child, man, I mean, I need to pay attention to that. And I felt immediately that it was my responsibility to tell all you guys about that bit of instruction that I gave to him, and in essence giving to myself, and through me giving that lesson to you. So yeah, there it is.
Okay, well, that was the message that I had for you guys today. Thank you so much for sitting in and listening to me, and we will see you next time on the FreeMelon Society.